Hi, it's Disney Girl back for another episode of my Disney's Magic Kingdoms game. So today we're going to be starting off by checking out the leaked calendar for June. So there's lots of amazing info there, so we're going to check that out. But first, I want to give a special shout out to Stacy, who is one of my mini kingdomers who ended up sending me this calendar so we could take a look at it all together. So here we can see some changes in terms of the happiness here, which is going to help us with the whole happiness issue and it dropping really quickly right now. But we can see here there's a lot of happiness that is going to be rewarded on the calendar, and even combined with magic and decoration. So I think that is actually really good. Another thing here that we notice are a lot of gems and some legendary chests. So we're going to address all of that in this video and sort of what that means in the kingdom, what could be coming. But first, we do have some dialogue from Moana. Yes, I'm good. I just found a whole thing of fermented breadfruit down there, which... Okay, some people say it's an acquired taste, but I think it's great. You just have to add coconut milk first. Plus, it keeps forever, so however far away the horizon is, I'll be good to go. Quest complete. Did you pack lunch? I think my ancestors ate this stuff too. Not literally this bowl of it, though. I hope they didn't eat that particular bowl either, because that would be disgusting. I mean, if it did keep that long, though, I would be impressed. Mind you, I would not advise eating it even if it was able to keep that long, because, ew, that would be so gross. Alright, so let's go back here to the calendar. So what does this really mean, obviously, for us going forward? With the happiness change, I think that having some more happiness, obviously, in the calendar, I think that's a really positive thing, especially because right now, basically, if you have your happiness, like, let's say, like 85% in ecstatic before you go to bed, you sleep like 6 to 8 hours or even longer than that, you could wake up and find yourself in joyous. And well, guess what? That is a big drop. That is a huge drop for the kingdom. And I mean, heaven forbid you leave it like, I don't know, 20 hours. It would be like the most disastrous thing ever. You'd probably be out of joyous and even lower than that. So hopefully, guys, this calendar thing actually helps us sort of stay there. Now, they do need to help us still sort of fix the problem with it dropping so fast, regardless of how much they give us in the calendar. That's still an issue I think they need to solve. So hopefully they'll figure it out, and maybe they're sort of testing this whole calendar thing to see if giving us more that way will help us sort of stay in that zone a little bit better. But we'll sort of have to wait and see. I hope they put out a new thing in the news area of our kingdom, sort of letting us know. They did do that at the start of Chapter 2. We actually checked it out during the Chapter 2 live stream, so 5 days ago. So maybe they'll do one for us as well, starting at 11 a.m. obviously on Sunday, which is tomorrow, and I will be live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, so make sure you guys tune in for that, and then we'll definitely talk a lot about the calendar, a lot about the happiness, a lot about Tower Challenge Chapter 3, and sort of, how you guys are doing with everything, if you guys found this to be a really good Tower Challenge, or whether you still find it maybe a little too difficult. I know the last two have been a little bit more challenging for a lot of people, so we'll talk a lot about what improvements they can do, or maybe there's not a lot they need to do in terms of the Tower Challenge now. But they do need to fix the happiness, and I hope they do give us back actually that 10% magic that they used to give us when we were in joyous and ecstatic. We'd get that 10% increase in magic for our kingdom. And I'm really feeling that change. I think that is something they need to incorporate back into the game, because when you get a little bit farther in your kingdom and stuff like that, and you're using the gathering spell and you're noticing, oh hey, like I used to collect like 20,000 magic and now I'm collecting like 16. It's like, why is that happening? That is just not right, and it's actually very difficult to sort of manage. And two, characters get more expensive and stuff like that, so we definitely need that additional magic for sure. Oh, my calendar's frozen. How weird. Well, that was a little bit of a glitch, guys, but make sure you guys log in every day into the game, obviously, to collect the calendar rewards. If you miss a day, don't worry, you can always watch a video ad and recover it, and your streak will not be broken. So just sort of be aware of that, guys. Just try and log in every day and you will get lots of rewards. Even if you just log in, claim your rewards, use the gathering spell and leave, that is still better for your kingdom than not doing anything at all. So here we can see, guys, all the happiness that is there, and that does match up actually with the leaked calendar. So huge bonus. And yeah, so I guess that means the calendar is right once again. That leaked calendar is definitely very helpful, and it does give us a pretty good idea of what is coming and when. So looking at the calendar, on the 10th right now, it's sort of blank, and also on the 21st. So the 10th, actually, we're getting the Big Hero 6 legendary chest for free. So that basically tells me that we are actually going to probably be starting some sort of leaderboard, probably event in and around there. Something to do with Big Hero 6, whether we're getting maybe a costume, or I don't think it will be a character or anything, because usually it's like maybe an attraction or something like that that has to do with something. Like I know the last leaderboard sort of event that we had that was a pretty big deal. We were trying to collect the Barnstormer, and we used the Winnie the Pooh characters for that. And it obviously helped if you had Winnie the Pooh's Bumblebee costume and stuff like that, obviously, but not quite sure, because really I think Baymax is sort of the only character that has a costume with the Big Hero 6 collection, so I'm not quite sure. I know with the Winnie the Pooh one, the reason I don't have the Bumblebee costume was because that was something they added later on, actually, after the Winnie the Pooh event. And yeah, that was a little bit disappointing because I completed the Winnie the Pooh event. And again, there was no costume to collect there, but now I'm just missing that. And it is very, very difficult to collect. So it's really just one thing that's sort of in there that's left. Kind of reminds me a little bit of my Prince Ali costume that I'm trying to get from the legendary chest for Aladdin. Yeah, brutal. Mind you, I wasn't in that event, to be fair, because I wasn't playing the game at the time, but still. So anyways, going back to the calendar, on the 10th, I'm thinking, or in and around there, we could even be starting on the 9th, but I'm assuming in and around the 10th we'll get some sort of leaderboard event for that. I don't think it'll be anything to do with a limited time event just yet, because I know we are getting Bo Peep's costume released to us very, very soon. That is obviously sort of the next big thing there for the kingdom, is going to be collecting for that, and that is in 5 days, 13 hours. So basically, once the tower challenge is over, we're looking at, well, having to collect for Bo Peep. So that's basically going to happen pretty much right away. Now there's 5 days, 13 hours for the costume, and 5 days, 16 hours for the tower challenge. So basically once, or just before the tower challenge is officially over, Bo Peep's costume is going to be unlocked to us. So yeah, that is going to be kind of interesting there. Not quite sure what they're doing with it, but I guess we will find out what they're doing together. Shank is now level 9. Thanks. I'm going to make sure and pay this forward, okay? Okay, sweet. Another Wreck-It Ralph character at a level 9. That is good. This is really going to help me with Chapter 3, which we will talk about a little bit later in this video for sure. Now, on the 21st, I did notice that we are getting a Winnie the Pooh legendary chest. Now, that is in and around the Toy Story movie's release. So I'm not quite sure whether we'll be starting a new limited time event there, or in and around there, and then that's sort of what's going to be kind of helping us, I don't know, as the secondary storyline or something like that. It would make sense in terms of timing. The tower challenge is over in 5 days, or 6 days, or just under 6 days. And basically we're having, like, it almost looks like 2 weeks there of, like, really not a lot. I mean, collecting Bo Peep's costume and stuff. And then after that, really will be obviously waiting to unlock, or waiting for Ducky and Bunny to be released to us. Now, Ducky I have unlocked in the kingdom, but I am waiting, obviously, for Ducky to be released. So that is something that we still have to wait for. Now, that's not happening at the same time as Bo Peep's costume, though. Oh, wait a second. Milestone reward. I've reached number 5, so I got the grilled 3-cheese sandwich stand. Sorry, guys, cutting in here for 2 seconds on this, because this is Tower Challenge progress right here. Yay! right, we're gonna have to put this in the kingdom. Oh, this is good. So that means I finished all of the points for chapter 2. Just in time, too. This is good. This is very, very good. So if I can do that in this chapter, obviously the next chapter is going to be even harder. But, yeah, that's a good sign. If I couldn't complete this one, it would kind of discourage me a little bit for the next one, that's for sure. So, yeah, Bunny and Ducky. I have posted the spoilers for Ducky. Bunny, I will definitely be giving to you guys, but I'll be doing that more once the tower challenge is over for me, or I kind of finish it off. So Ducky is available in 19 days, 13 hours. So I'm not quite sure in terms of that Winnie the Pooh legendary chest, if that means that's in and around actually the same time as Ducky's available. So this is going to be interesting what they're actually doing. I don't think they'll start a limited time event like right when they're releasing the Toy Story 4 characters. So maybe they've got a little surprise for us there. Who knows? But you know what? I'm not going to say no to free legendary chests in the calendar rewards. But yeah, maybe Pocahontas with Winnie the Pooh as the secondary storyline. It is possible. It could make sense. But again, with Toy Story being released in and around there, and then obviously the permanent content characters in and around there, that would be a lot of stuff for us. So we'll have to wait and see what DMK has in store for us. Now, as you guys can see, I'm showing you guys the 2 concession stands there that were part of chapters 1 and 2 now in the points reward. So hopefully you guys were able to get those, because those are exclusive characters concessions, to this tower challenge. Now the next one is going to be the Tiger Tail Shake Stand, and we need 52,000 points in chapter 3 for that. So that is definitely going to be the hardest one yet, because obviously, well, it's a lot more points. So that is something I'm going to obviously be working on, checking my kingdom a lot more frequently, so that way I can try and get that and sort of finish off the tower challenge strong and get Raja. Now, Raja's last character token will be available tomorrow. So in terms of currency and stuff like that, I definitely am... I'm still obviously working on the currency. I don't think I have enough at this point to sort of get everything for Raja for tomorrow and then welcome Raja, but it does show some promise that within the first 2 days of chapter 3, I should have enough actually currency for that once I sort of get through the few points rewards there on the tower challenge. So that'll be good, because at 1,000 points we get 500 currency, 12,000 we get 800, and then 22,000 we get 1,000. That is definitely very, very good for us in terms of the currency and stuff like that. So by 22,000 points, I should definitely have enough currency to bring Raja in. So that is definitely going to be a huge bonus. So let's take a look here, guys, though, for chapter 3, what characters we need and what my levels sort of are and stuff like that. We're going to kind of now jump to chapter 3 sort of preparation here. So I have been working obviously a lot on preparing my characters. So let's go ahead here and review some of the character levels. So I have Ralph at a 10, and he is maxed out. I've got Vanellope also at a 10. I actually just did that a couple of days ago, so this is good. Next would be Fix-It Felix Jr. He is a level 8, so that is actually really good. I might try and level him up tomorrow after I get him to challenge the tower, but we'll see. Calhoun is also an 8, and she is ready to go, so I can probably level both of those guys up if I want during this challenge. Spamley is a 9. He will not be leveled up even if he was ready. At this point, it's a little bit too late for that. Yes is a level 9, so again, she'll just sort of stay at a 9. That's fine. And now Shank is a 9. So I got a lot of 9s here. The 2 8 characters, which would be Calhoun and Felix, if they stay at an 8, that's fine, but they're at least 16 hours, so I can sort of get them to challenge the tower once, and then right away send them to level up, and then they'll be back in time to refresh all of my characters for the next day. Now those 24-hour ones, there's really no point doing. It still can be done, but I really don't think it's going to make enough of a difference in terms of the remainder of my tower challenge. I don't think it's going to change that much sort of in terms of like my points and my currency and stuff like that. I think a 9 is going to be just fine. So no stress for me there. I'm actually quite prepared for this. I did super well in terms of leveling up my characters during the Wreck-It Ralph event. So that's why they're actually as high as they are. So I'm really happy about this. Now I know in the future for, you know, other limited time characters and all that, it could be a little bit more challenging. For example, like Lion King. Yeah, my character's not that high and I don't even have the full collection. So that is definitely going to be one of those ones where I'll be cringing at the time when that comes. But you know what? For now, we're on Tower Challenge number 6 and we're working here on the last chapter. So in terms of what characters we need to sort of help us out with the last chapter, we're looking at a kind of a variety here of characters. Now, I am going to show you guys the leaks and spoilers. I have showed you guys this already. I will put it on the screen here in just a minute. I just have some leveling up still to do, so we will talk about that. But really, in terms of, you know, the tower challenges as a whole, having your Toy Story and Mickey and Friends characters leveled up or maxed out, like basically get them as high as you can, regardless of sort of what level you're at in terms of your kingdom or how big your kingdom is. It really doesn't matter. Having your Toy Story characters and your Mickey and Friends, even if you just have those 2 collections, get those guys maxed out. You will definitely need them for sure, whether it's limited time events or tower challenges. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to work on those collections. Now, I know there are certain characters like Bullseye that come a little bit later, same with Zurg, so don't worry about those ones, but your sort of classics like, you know, Woody, Jessie, Buzz, the, you know, not Toy Alien because he's a little bit more difficult, obviously, because he's for elixirs, but Sarge and Ham, like, they're really good ones, obviously, to make sure you get really high. Now Bo Peep too, because she's got the costume, so that is definitely an added bonus there for sure. All right, so let's go ahead here and bring Spamly back into the kingdom. So I sent him to level up. Actually, so this is good. This will put Spamly now at a 9. Spamly is now level 9. I gotta tell Gord about this. He'll really get a kick out of Gord. Gord! Guy's kind of elusive. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my gosh, I love Spamly though. Totally, like, he's just an ad. A big, giant ad for the kingdom. It's ridiculous. He's a funny one. Now, Wendy, I am going to be bringing back here. Now, this I wish had have happened a little bit earlier, but I haven't had her that long. She's useful for their chapter 2, so yeah. She'll be useful again, though, in the future, I'm sure. Wendy, darling, is now level 5. Oh, how wonderful. I'm sure to have happy thoughts for some time now. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's a 5 now. Well, still have quite a lot of work to get her to a 10 and a lot of more magic to spend, which is going to be a problem. Now, the next character that I am going to be doing is for chapter 3, and that is from the Sleeping Beauty collection. Now, I haven't had this character very long because I didn't invest in her early enough to help out sort of with the Sleeping Beauty collection. Now, she is a premium character, so you can purchase her with gems or real money. That would be Merryweather. So I do recommend getting her if you guys like are just sort of unlocking the Sleeping Beauty collection and stuff like that. She has been useful more times than I can say already for tower challenges. This is the first time she'll be useful for me in my kingdom, so that is going to be really helpful. Now, she is not maxed out like everybody else in my Sleeping Beauty collection, but she is now a level 7, so I'm sending her to be an 8, and then that way I can bring her back during the live stream, and she'll be kind of useful with the tower now, so this is good. I mean, she's not maxed out or anything, but she still will be extremely useful. I'll try and make sure, though, for the next tower challenge that I do have her at least at a 9. definitely. If not a 10 by then, if I can collect all of her character tokens in time, for sure. So, yeah, Frozen will not be useful anymore. Neither will all of the characters currently that have that little symbol when you click them. Now, attractions are still going to be cursed. However, they are going to drop a little bit more currency for the final chapter, which will be useful. So make sure you guys tap your attractions. Definitely get that extra currency. So in terms of characters and who you guys need to make sure that you have ready to go, again, we have talked about this already, but sort of reviewing it. Goofy, Eve, Wally, and Pete. So it's a combo of Mickey and Friends and Wally collections for one of the slots. The next slot, we've got Toy Story and Jungle Book. So Jungle Book's a little bit later, so you need kind of a bigger kingdom. So Buzz, Mowgli, King Louie, and Zurg. Then the third slot is going to be occupied, as I said, with Merryweather, Flora, and Flynn Rider. So there's only 3 characters for that one. I wish they had have added Rapunzel or even Mother Gothel there. That would have been nice. And then obviously the Wreck-It Ralph collection. So that's the featured collection here. And, well, we've got the whole group of them. Except for Ralph. He gets his own special spot. Now, why does Ralph get his own special spot? Because Ralph is not gonna get tired. He is going to be able to wreck Maleficent's tower. Ha ha ha. Yeah, okay, a little ridiculous. But yes, we will also be able to purchase Ralph. So if you guys do not have any of the Wreck-It Ralph characters, you will be able to purchase the internet and Ralph, along with the character token for Raja, which is his ears hats. But in terms of the Wreck-It Ralph collection, you guys will have the opportunity to collect Ralph. So you guys will have to keep me posted how much Ralph actually ends up being, because since I already have him and maxed out, they're not actually going to tell me how much he currently is for the tower challenge. So keep me posted for sure, so I can go ahead and share it with the community. So that is everything I'm going to be doing for today, guys. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also too, you can ask them to me during the live stream in the morning. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there. Thanks for watching, and we will see you for the next one.